At a late-night party, two people got into an argument over a trivial matter. During the scuffle, they accidentally bumped into a companion on the sofa. Strangely, the person fell to the ground without any reaction. Seeing this, Jack immediately rushed to the floor to perform first aid. Nick, no longer in the mood to fight, quickly called the police for help. But oddly, no one answered the phone on the other end. Their other friends, out of fear, had all fled the scene. With no other choice, Jack ran into the house to find someone else to help. That's when he discovered two more companions on the bed, who had also passed away silently. The series of sudden events left him at a loss. He quickly covered his mouth and nose and ran out. Jack believed it must have been caused by some kind of gas leak, and staying in the house would be fatal. The two of them quickly drove their fallen companion to the hospital to see if they could still be saved. However, upon arriving at the hospital, they were horrified to find that the corridors were now densely packed with corpses. But given the urgency of the situation, they didn't think much of it and immediately sought help from the doctors. After hearing their story, Anna immediately brought people out to check. She quickly determined that there was no hope of saving the few people. They were now severely short of manpower and equipment and could only wait for the police to arrive before conducting a detailed investigation. With no other option, the two could only wait anxiously in the lobby, while the unattended patients had no choice but to close their eyes and rest. What they didn't know was that at this time, all the police alarms and communications outside were out of reach. Feeling that something was amiss, the hospital director directly abandoned everyone and left first. Anna could only turn to the nurse helplessly. The nurse said she could help again, but after working all night, she had to rest for a while first. Little did she know that this sleep would be eternal. Soon, Jack was the first to notice something unusual. He saw that the old man who was asleep was now foaming at the mouth, obviously a symptom of losing consciousness. Seeing this, he immediately got up and called out to the man's family. The next second, she also collapsed. Hearing the commotion, Anna quickly ran over to check and immediately realized that something was wrong. She immediately advised her colleague to help. Soon, Anna discovered that her comrade had also stopped breathing. At this point, Anna finally understood. As long as one fell asleep, they would die, and they had been unable to contact the police for a long time. Anna immediately decided to walk out of the hospital to seek help. Based on her experience, she speculated that it might be a virus triggered by sleep that was spreading among the population. What they could do now was to prevent more people from falling asleep. After all, it was still early, and there might still be some night shift workers who had not yet gone to sleep. When Anna wanted to alert other survivors to stay awake, Nick suddenly remembered that they could broadcast messages. However, when the three of them were about to set off, the car broke down. At this moment, Jack suddenly thought of his girlfriend. He frantically dialed her number. However, Katie mistakenly thought that after she had just proposed to break up, Jack still wanted to pester her. She said she had just finished an all-nighter and was about to go to sleep, and then hung up the phone directly, not giving Jack a chance to explain. Katie was about to face the danger of death. Unable to wait for the car to be repaired, he immediately started running frantically. Finally, he arrived at his girlfriend's house before she fell asleep. But faced with this outrageous statement, Katie didn't believe it at all. Fortunately, Anna and the others had already arrived at the radio station at this time to inform everyone of the situation and let all survivors head to the hospital to meet up. But listening to the message coming from the radio, Katie's expression gradually turned to horror.
I took some sleeping pills.